Thank you.
This is my first time away from home.
Is that so?
Hi, Princess.
Sure.
Yes, sir?
I'd like a cigar.
Any particular brand?
This.
Yes, sir. 25 cents.
My mistake.
It's quite all right, sir.
Mr. Kriza, paging Mr. Kriza. Mr. Paul Kriza?
Here.
Gentleman to see you, sir.
Reginald L. Morton. To see me?
Yes, sir. Gentleman right over there.
Thank you.
Mr. Paul Kriza?
Yes, sir.
Well, I am Mr. Morton of Carlin, Gregg, and Morton.
Investment counselors, offices in London and Paris.
I presume you are wondering why I've looked you up. Well, one of our clients, Mr. Sandor Nemzetti, has just radioed me to meet you. Heavy fog off the coast, probably won't dock till morning.
Not till morning. Then I'll have to stay an extra day here.
My dear Mr. Kriza, you say that as if an extra day in New York were an ordeal.
It's my first visit. I'm from a small town, and I must confess I'm already a little homesick.
We'll remedy that. Now, suppose we have luncheon together. Then when I get through to the office, I'll show you what I can of New York.
Oh, you're very kind, Mr. Morton.
Jimmy, this is Mr. Morton. I brought a friend to lunch.
Come in, Mr. Morton.
Oh, no, not anymore. I'm not accustomed to wine in the middle of the day.
Oh, come now, this is a holiday.
Well, yes, sir, it is.
Anything else, sir? Cigar?
Well, yes. Cigar with a coffee.
That's it.
Oh,
Oh, this is on me. Have you something good in a cigar?
The imported ones. These are 30 cents and these are 50 cents.
The 50-cent kind. My friend first. For you.
Thank you.
why, Mary.
Mr. Morton. Well, this is certainly my lucky day. Now, just the man I'm looking for.
Is that so? Miss Brown, may I present my friend, Mr. Paul Kriza.
Kriza.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Miss Brown is a very charming girl. She has but one failing. She thinks she's a journalist. Won't you join us?
Well, I'd love to. On one condition. How about a story on that deal you have with the Turkish government?
Oh, no, my dear girl, I can't. The matter hasn't advanced enough.
Well, I guess this isn't my lucky day after all.
What paper are you with, Miss Brown?
The Bankers' Forum.
Fine publication. I read it myself.
Then you're a banker, too.
Mary, you asked me for a story. Well, I'm going to give you one. Story that every banker in the country will read and talk about.
You building up my hopes just to crush them again?
No, it's the story of a country bank and a country banker. A man who was a successful banker, a fine husband, father, and leader in the community, and whose views on the fundamentals of finance will be read as eagerly in Wall Street as in Waukegan.
You mean Mr. Kriza?
Who else?
Mr. Morton, you are much too kind. No. I haven't anything to say worth printing in the Banker's Forum.
Oh, Mr. Kriza, a real human interest story would help me so much. Have you a photograph of yourself?
Yes, but I was younger then.
Oh, you mean without the,
Oh, you mean, oh, no. Even my wife has never seen me without my beard.
I think it's extremely distinguished.
He'd be handsomer without it.
Mary, I asked you to interview Mr. Kriza, not shave him.
You spoke of your wife. Have you any children?
Any children? I have 4, like steps. 2 boys and 2 girls.
Why, I think that's lovely. Perhaps you have a picture of them we could use.
The good ones are back at the hotel, but I have a small one here. I see, the eldest one is Paul. It's after me, musician. Then Victor, then Mitzi, and Julie, the baby.
Oh, 4 lovely children. That's the career for a woman.
Well, then I don't see why you...
My Prince Charming is still lurking around the corner somewhere.
Mary, I have an appointment that must be kept. Now, perhaps if Mr. Kriza will give you that story, you can show him the town, and then when you're through, pick me up at my office, and we'll all have dinner together. What do you say, Mr. Kriza?
Well, that's fine.
Now, Mary, this will take care of the check and any other expenses.
Mr. Morton, I beg your pardon, but...
No. You are my guest. Well, I'll see you later. Goodbye, Mr. Kriza.
Goodbye.
Bye, Mary.
Bye.
You know, I can't believe it was only at lunchtime that I told Mr. Morton I was lonely. Now it seems as if I'd been here for weeks. You've been so kind, Miss Brown.
I've been kind. After the story you gave me, why, I might even get a raise. Quite frankly, I could use it.
Must be hard for a young girl earning her living alone in a big city. See, with a man, it's different. He knows the world. He has more opportunities to judge human nature. But a woman, she should be sheltered and protected.
Grant's tomb.
Oh, yes, Grant's tomb. That's something everyone wants to see.
Ulysses S. Grant. Great man. He had a beard, too.
Yes, but his picture isn't going to appear in the Banker's Forum.
Ah, no.
You know, I'm just beginning to realize what a time I'm having.
And me.
I don't think you quite understand.
We both recognize the same quality in each other. We're just plain home folks.
You do understand, don't you? I think we should celebrate a new friendship. Do you like to dance, Mr. Kriza?
Oh, I should say so. But, I may be a little old for your New York dancing.
A man's as old or as young as he feels.
Well, if that's true, then today I'm 21. Maybe 31.
Wonderful.
Did you meet Mr. Kriza?
Oh, yes, I turned him over to Miss Mary Brown, the young journalist, for an interview.
Then it's in the bag, if he's got the stuff on him.
Mary, very efficient in handling details of this nature.
Hello? Who wants him? Who? Anybody named Varno?
Oh, yes. Hello? Yes?
Tough 24 hours. I was afraid something might go wrong.
My son, nothing ever goes wrong when you do business with experts. All that's required of you is a little patience. I'll let you know when the deal is consummated and send you your commission.
Okay. Yeah. See you then. So long.
Who is this Varno?
He works in the bank at Lindsay. It was Mr. Varno who gave us all the information we have on our transaction with Mr. Kriza.
Money does funny things to some people.
Doesn't it? You'd cut your mother's throat for a quarter. How about a drink?
Okay about the drink, but I don't like that other crack.
Then for a dime. Mary.
Oh, gee, I'm cold. Feel my hands.
Say, you are cold. Feel how warm I am. Huh? No.
You know, I think I'll have another little nip. What about you?
Well, another little nip might do us both good. No, after you.
Good.
Thank you. We need another bottle. Waiter!
You may come from a small town, Mr. Kriza, but you've certainly got big ideas.
Mr. Kriza. Call me Paul.
All right, Paul. Now, while you're getting another bottle, I'm going to powder my nose.
Huh? Oh, another bottle.
How's it going?
Slow but sure.
What's the matter, losing your grip? That guy should be a pushover for you.
Okay, you take him on.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Mary, don't get sore. It's just that, well, the boss wants action.
Listen, the man who died of thirst looking at Niagara Falls is nothing compared to me sitting across the table from that $100,000 and not laying my hands on it. I'll get it, if it takes me all night.
Atta baby. And when you get him good and soused, bring him over to Joe's. We'll be waiting for you.
I haven't the slightest doubt about that.
I thought I'd lost you.
You don't stand a chance in the world of losing me.
No. Mary, sit down here, close to me.
This close enough?
No. This is...
Tickle.
Oh. You know, Mary, I was thinking, when my picture comes out in the Bankers magazine, maybe some big New York bank might make me an offer. But then, if they'll see my picture, I'm afraid they'll say, oh no, he's too old-fashioned. Now, what do you think? I should shave it off?
Why not?
And have a new picture taken for the magazine so they'll think I'm, up to date.
That's a grand idea.
Yeah, I wonder how I'd look without it. And I can hardly remember. Now, let me see. No, I couldn't do it.
I know what you could do.
What?
Have another drink. Lucky.
What?
He hasn't. I can't understand it.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. You call me up when you hear from him. You see, Mr. Nemzetti is waiting for him at his hotel.
Yes, of course. And if you should hear, you let me know, Mr. Hensel. It isn't like Paul. He's always so punctual, so reliable. I understand. Good night. Come, children. It's time we were in bed. Good night, dear.
We haven't said our prayers.
You can say them in bed tonight.
Lying down?
Yes, dear.